welcome to this week's Assembly, which is about our book week that we have been recognising and celebrating all week, with World Book Day being yesterday. As you know, we've had a focus on fairy tales, and we're going to find out this morning what all of you have been getting up to in your classes or with your classes when you're working from home. Mr. Aitchison is going to start by telling us what Primary 1 have been getting up to. They've enjoyed the fairy tale of Jack and the Beanstalk. So hopefully Mr. Aitchison will be with us shortly.
We looked at the story and the characters and the models that were in the story. We started to talk about beanstalks and how to grow them, and we learned from the story that Jack grew his from magic beans. We enjoyed planting up our own beanstalks, and we were looking to see what these plants need. We learned that plants need soil, food, heat, and water to try and bring them to life. We'll let you know how we get on with our beanstalks. We also really enjoyed playing games such as the Giant's Keys. In the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack climbs up the beanstalk and finds a giant in their house. He's looked after by a giant's wife, and some stories the cook. Jack starts to steal items from the giant's house, including a golden heart, golden coins, and a golden goose of his golden eyes. We had fun pretending that we were Jack trying to steal from the giant. We also had a really interesting conversation about whether we felt that Jack had been fair by stealing from the giant. A lot of us felt because his mum, Jack's mum, needed money, it was okay to take things from the giant, but a lot of us felt it was unfair to take things from the giant too. We also made our very kind beanstalk and giant display. You'll see that outside the Primary 1 classroom. It's all finished now and there's for you to see. We really enjoyed the book this week, and we've been really excited to read the 4 possible books that we've got available to choose for our books of hope. We've also put in our choices this time, and we look forward to getting them soon.
So in Primary 2, they've been enjoying making animal bookmarks for their buddies in Primary 6F. They've also enjoyed story mapping the fairy tale of Rapunzel, doing wild reading in the back playground yesterday, and they liked recreating the character of Rapunzel to make the story more diverse. And here's some pictures of what they've been up to along with their story. In Primary 3B, we've loved reading real books this week. It's been great being able to read real books. We've all enjoyed that. And we thought about character stereotypes in fairy tales. So we were thinking that princesses often get rescued by a handsome prince, and men in fairy tales are often shown to be strong, and women are often captured. We thought quite a lot about that when we retold the fairy tale of Beauty and the Beast with a male beauty and a female beast. We were thinking about what it would be like if we swapped the genders around. And here's Yaya's story that he wrote in really, really well. We enjoyed making bookmarks for our Primary 7 buddies as well, and we answered some challenging questions about Goldilocks and the 3 bears using higher order thinking skills. And we were focusing on remembering and understanding, but we learned about lots of the other skills as well. In Primary 3H, they were looking at the elves and the shoemaker as their fairy tale story this week. They sequenced the story, they created story maps, and they retold the story with a twist. P3H enjoyed making their own split-pin elves, listening to mystery readers, making bookmarks for their friends in P7, and they're looking forward to our reading cafe later on today. Boys and girls, we can see Leo's story map, Oscar's story writing, and Elves by Renata and Morrigan. In Primary 4, they focused on the fairy tale of Cinderella, and they were thinking about different versions of the story and slight adaptations of the story, looking at in the context of fairy tales from different parts of the world as well. And with Cinderella, they were thinking about the characters, and then they did some story mapping as well, some lovely examples of story mapping here. And then they were thinking about links to other stories and shows that they are aware of, and they were looking at the story of Jamie, and they were comparing the story of Cinderella with the story of Jamie. They were using a Venn diagram here to look at what was different and what was similar between the two stories. They then did lots of writing to do with that, and they were enjoying their wild read. Wild Santa is up there. Looks like he's on the top of